Hi, Aquin Elementary. My name is Brittany,
I'm Billy.
and we're with the Rose Lowenstein Foundation for Childhood Cancer Awareness. Mrs. Himmer asked us to make a video to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do.
So, Rose Lowenstein is our daughter. In April of 2016, Rose was diagnosed with cancer, a particular type of childhood cancer called neuroblastoma. And she had the cancer all throughout her belly, and we brought her to the hospital. And before they started treatment, there were some complications, and Rose ended up suffering a stroke. So after her stroke, we determined that Cincinnati Children's Hospital was going to be the best place for her to go. So we transferred her care to Cincinnati. And the doctors there were incredible. And they actually found out through her biopsy, looking at several different things, that her cancer actually had the chance to go away on its own without any chemotherapy or any other sort of medicine. And that's what happened with Rose. In about 5% of cases with her type of cancer, it can just go away its own, and that's exactly what it did. And she made a full recovery, and she was cancer-free in May of last year. So we considered ourselves extremely lucky and blessed after being exposed to this whole world of childhood cancer, and made us do everything that we can to show support for other families going through their own battle and raise awareness of childhood cancer in general.
While we don't know the side effects of treatment, we do know many families that have gone through it. And it's very hard, very difficult, sometimes very painful. 1 in 285 children are actually diagnosed with childhood cancer. And so it's not rare. And from the fact that Rose didn't have to have any medicine at all, we knew that we were given a chance to try and make a difference. So in January of 2017, we started a nonprofit, and a nonprofit basically runs what we do, raise awareness and impact families directly that are going through childhood cancer. And our first event was
Home Runs for Rose last year. So when Rose was diagnosed, our town held this Home Runs for Rose festival for us, which was a softball tournament and a bunch of different bands and just a full day of, a family fun event. And it helped us raise money to travel back and forth to Cincinnati. So when we started the foundation, we wanted to continue that Home Runs for Rose festival and every year try to raise money for other families in our area.
Mm-hmm. So in June of 2017, we held the second annual Home Runs for Rose for a little boy that had a tumor in his brain. He was in the hospital for 6 straight months and had multiple surgeries. So thousands of people came out last year and donated. It was a event that was by free will donation, and we had silent auction items. We had a ton of kid activities, and like Billy said, it was an all-day music festival, and we were able to raise $15,000 that day, and we then in turn granted $12,000 to this family. By the end of last year, we were able to donate over $20,000 to families battling childhood cancer in our area. That included, we had a dance recital that we did, which was really neat because we believe in kids doing for kids. We held Gold Out, which was a high school football game between Cameron High School, which is where we're from, and Savannah High School. It's the shirt that Billy is wearing. And basically, the childhood cancer families were honored at this game, and the cheerleaders and the football players and the band, they all got together and they wore the gold ribbon, and that's the color for childhood cancer. And it was a spectacular evening, and watching these other kids doing for their peers and recognizing what their peers are going through. In addition to that, we also held a garage sale. And so, it made it possible for us to provide for 3 families in particular for Christmas, where we were able to donate $1,000 to each family, plus almost $1,000 worth of Christmas gifts to them as well. And we held pictures where Santa actually came and visited. It was really neat. And that was for 11 childhood cancer families. And each of the siblings are recognized too, because it's not just the child that's receiving the medication that's going through childhood cancer. Their siblings, the entire family is also affected. So we wanted to make sure that we recognize that as well. And so each of those families got a gift, and they received a picture. It was a very special time. We've got to meet some amazing families. And so thanks to all the contributions, the kids working so hard, and so many other different events that we had throughout the year, it made it possible for us to do these things, because it truly does take a community to make a difference. This year, we're currently working on
the third annual Home Runs for Rose, scheduled for June 16th. This year we'll have 5 families from all across Northwest Missouri. And our goal this year is to raise at least $25,000, so we can make a grant of $5,000 to each of these 5 families to help them with medical expenses and travel expenses and whatever else they need when they're going through their battle.
Absolutely, and we're really excited. Shenandoah is our headliner. They're a big country music band from the late 80s and early 90s, and they're out to help us, raise awareness and make a difference. So many people are coming together to make this happen for these families who are going through such a devastating time. When you spend most of your time in the hospital, you lose out on your childhood. You learn to ride bikes in the hallways. And so I really appreciate everything that you are doing, Aquin Elementary. It's incredible to see peers doing for their peers who can't be at school all the time, or who are sick, or who are losing their hair. So it really means the world to us that you're doing this and allowing us to share our story with Rose and what we're trying to do to raise awareness of childhood cancer and impact families.
Yeah. Thanks for hearing our story. Thanks for listening to us, and show your support. We're gold. If you see a kid that's sick and needs a word of encouragement right in their day, please go up. That'll mean the world to them.
Absolutely. Send cards, make cards. Those are one of the biggest things that you can do too. Handmade cards, letting them know that you're there. It's an unbelievable thing to receive something from your peers. So we encourage you again to wear gold, and recognize those that are hurting, that are suffering, and know that we appreciate you more than anything. And we hope you have a blessed, amazing day. And thank you so much for letting us share our story.
Bye.
Bye.